12-Week Year by Brian P. Morgan, who I don't even know who that is. And, doesn't have any kind of pedigree when you read the book. Like, you don't go, oh, it's that guy. Either did this one, really, but anyway, the idea of this book is called the 12-Week Year, is to get more done in 12 weeks than you typically get in a year. And the idea of the book is actually really, really brilliant when you think about it. And so the idea is this. Everybody starts at the beginning of the year. Not everybody. The productive people generally start at the beginning of the year with a goal planning session. You know, what do they want to accomplish in the year? So they think about what they're trying to get accomplished. They make some kind of plan. And then they begin the year. And they start to execute the plan. Now early on at the beginning of the year, they're really charged up about their plan. And they chip away at it pretty good. But as the year moves on, they get caught up in the regular goings-on, right? And their activity around their goals slows down, but it's not that big of a deal because in February, we still have the whole rest of the year left to get the stuff accomplished, right? And in March, you're still early in the year, and by July, you're like, well, I still got half the year to go, right? And then it's not until like October, November, and December that you go, shit, I had these plans, and I was working on them, and now we're nearing the end of the year, and I've got to try to get this stuff done. So you have this mad race at the end of the year to try to scoop up all the missing pieces and try to accomplish some of the goals that you outlined at the beginning of the year. And this is how it works out for everybody. I mean, anybody who says, oh, this is typically how it works out. Well, the 12-week year says the actual timeline of the year is arbitrary. The only reason we goal set at the beginning of the year and end at the end of the year and begin again at the new year is because there's a definitive year start and finish. So we're just using the natural year start, year end as the timeline for our goal setting and accomplishment. So what if we changed the time frame? Since it's really just arbitrary anyway, what if we said, instead of 12 months is a year, what if 12 weeks was a year? So if you think about just that constantly, what if it was? And so his point is, let's goal set, plan and goal set every 12 weeks, not every 12 months. And guess what's going to happen? The same exact thing that happens over 12 months. You're going to start off strong, you're going to have this lag in the middle, and then you're going to realize you're coming up on your deadlines, and you're going to have a flurry of activity, and then you're going to accomplish some stuff, and then you're going to start again. Well, if we change the 12 months to 12 weeks, you're going to do that 4 times in a year instead of 1 time in a year, and think about how much more accomplishment you'll get if you change your mindset and change the constrain the boundaries of time to 12 weeks instead of 12 months.
Chunks.
Huh?
Chunks.
Yes. In development parlance, like in computer development, software development, like we've really ramped up in our organization over the last year and a half to create things like Call Commando, there's a whole development mindset and framework called Agile developments, where you take really small chunks of work and do them rather than creating this big project. We call it the waterfall method. Everybody's used the waterfall method to project plan and execute. It's where you say, okay, what are we trying to accomplish? This big thing. What are all the things that we have to do to get that big thing done? And you list all the things, right? And then you say, well, in order to do this, we've got to do that first, and that next, 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 and all through the cycle until we get to the finish line. And then you start working on it. And what you realize is the time frame that you put to do the first thing that you're required to do the second thing falls behind on the first thing, and then everything else falls behind, and then by the time the time frame is blown out, and it takes way too long to get anything accomplished. Well, Agile framework in development says, don't use that waterfall method. That's inefficient. You have to use the Agile method, which focuses on done work and smaller smaller bite-sized chunks, smaller chunks. So you say, instead of trying to get the whole thing done, you say, well, what are we trying to accomplish, and what's the minimal amount of work we have to put in to get something usable out? And let's only focus on that, and let's put a small time frame to finish that so that we have something done work. The focus is on done work, not an entire project complete. And when you do that, you break it into smaller chunks, you actually get more accomplished and more usable software, in this case, on the ground faster. Now, it's not the best, it's not the full piece of software, it's not the complete project, it's not the most robust thing it could end up being, but it's something that's done and usable today. Plus, the accomplishment factor that comes from getting those check marks. Hey, we did something, we accomplished something, where we can use this and build on it, and the feedback that comes from actually using it and implementing it has just dramatic and exponential effects on the total end of the project, which, when you use the waterfall method, generally takes 4 times as long as you thought it was, and sometimes ends up never accomplishing the outcome. This is kind of the same idea applied to goal planning. And so there's a couple things that I want to talk about that the book talks about as secrets to accomplishing this 12-week year thing. It's talking about that one of the most limited resources that we have, the most limited resource that we have is what? Time, right? And so now all of this new technology gives us, the theory is that it gives us all this opportunity to speed things up and basically save time. But at the same time, it actually has the opportunity to cause us to use more of the most precious resource that we have, which is time, in a negative way, to eat it up through distraction, because there's more opportunity for distraction than ever before. As we lump on more technology and more access to information, we actually can eat up more time than we gain. And if you think about that, how often we squander our personal resources, our personal time resources, trying to be more efficient, using more efficient means when we're just wasting time. And it comes down to a difference in intentionality. Being clear about what it is that we're trying to get done, and then determining whether or not the use of this technology or that technology is valuable in accomplishing that, and also being intentional about all of the actions that we take and being critical of ourselves, holding ourselves accountable and saying, am I doing the things that are going to lead to the outcomes that I've decided that I want to create, or am I just wasting time, right? How many of you guys feel like you would like to get more done than you typically get done in a year? Okay, huh? No doubt. And let's just kind of go down the line. If you want to say what do you think is holding you back from accomplishing more stuff?
Myself.
And what is it about yourself?
Well, probably get involved in things that I don't need to.
Okay.
Or I could delegate.
Okay, great. I'm going to move back to that. This is really
that not delegating enough, trying to do too much for me doing too much.
Okay.
Involved in every area, from detail to the admin building and administration and everything.
okay.
Not delegating.
Not delegating.
Worked out on that.
Okay.
I'll probably go real
Maybe.
I was going to say micromanaging.
Micromanaging.
Also distractions.
Okay. Also distractions. What specific types of distractions?
Service has a problem, or hire somebody here or hire somebody there, and
Okay. When you're thinking about this, I also want you to think about it from a personal perspective, not just a business perspective. Because, how many of you guys want to get stuff done outside of the business? Like your personal projects or personal things you'd love to do, right?
Business gets in the way.
And the business does get in the way. It gets in the way. Because look, what we have to realize is ESP is a journey, not a destination. There is not going to be a time, I promise you all, that you get done with the business part, and so now you can focus on the personal part, right? It's not going to happen. And because of the sick son of a bitches that we are as entrepreneurs, we'll never let that happen, because as soon as we get it to a place in the business where it actually can provide that, we could retire, quote unquote. We're going to figure out either that we don't want to, or we're going to figure out how to do more, right? So we're going to add another business, or we're going to make it bigger, and then it's going to blow it all up. So that's a fantasy. It's a fallacy. It's not. The ESP is about right now, today, figuring out how we can have an enjoyable, simple, and prosperous business and life, right? Together at the same time. Because there is no one ends and one starts. That's a fantasy. It's a fallacy. And it's also that mindset shift that we're not trying to get somewhere to get the other is really the whole secret to the whole damn thing. Because it allows you to begin having ESP right now instead of having to wait for something else to happen, for you to accomplish something to actually get some ESP. The good news is I'm giving you all permission